Hi, today we're at Rau Automotive Woodworking here in West Los Angeles, and we're here to meet William Rau, who is the owner of this business. I personally have used Rau Automotive Woodworking for a project that I had, was finished about 19 years ago, and I will tell you that the woodwork in the car looks exactly the same as it did when it first came out of the box after Bill shipped it to me. So I have great experience working with William. The company provides a wide range of services including veneering, fabrication, crafting dashes, building steering wheels, converting leather wrap steering wheels to wood rim steering wheels, and a number of other services. So today, Bill is going to take us up through some of the things that he is doing. He's going to show us some of the work in progress. He's going to show us some of the tools that he uses and some of the various areas in this fabulous shop. Tell us a little bit about the company, actually, and how you got started in this business.
Got started in woodworking in general to build musical instruments after college, without really any experience in wood. Took a few classes and then had a job here with a small company that built pipe organs and worked for them for about 10 years. And also built some other instruments like the clavichord in the other room. From that, one of the things I liked about woodworking was decoration. And not just the functionality of parts, but the decorative quality of it. And so automotive woodwork became, through the neighbor, something I was exposed to, and the inlays and the veneers that were used were pretty entertaining. And so I was able to reproduce some of the things that needed to be fixed and so forth. And that's how I got started in it. And a lot of research on finishes, adhesives, veneers, and technique.
And so what is the range of services you provide? I tried to describe that as we started.
Well, that was
the range.
That was true. Obviously, the most immediate and the most obvious is refinishing. So whether we have to rebuild, re-veneer, or whether we have to simply strip the old finish and go forward, everything has to be finished.
In terms of, a lot of times you're finishing wood that was originally installed in a car 40, 50 years ago, where different techniques were used. So how do you try to replicate the original finishes in terms of texture, or do you use modern materials and do it in a way that it's done on a modern basis?
We generally, and this includes cars that go back to 1913, and including Pebble Beach winners and so forth, use a catalyzed modern finish. In the case of the 1913 Packard steering wheel, which we built, we did end up with a satin finish after utilizing the catalyzed resin. But for the Talbot Lago that was best of show and a number of others, they've all been high gloss modern finishes.
Now, on a piece of wood like this, for instance, Bill, where you have a backing that's made of one material and then a veneer on the front. Now, typically, does it matter that you know what sort of wood is back here? Does that make any difference whatsoever in case you have to make a new piece?
If we were to make, and we have made new pieces for this typical Rolls-Royce, this is off an 86 Corniche. And so what this fascia is similar to, even going back to 72, is plywood with a backing veneer and then a face of decorative veneer, usually walnut burl. Ash burl, another one that's used sometimes by Audi and others. It's charcoal, it's given an ebonized look. It's a light wood, it has an interesting open grain pattern. Madrone burl, California burl. It's a beautiful wood. It has good color, interesting color, kind of a salmon tone. And lots of times a highly dense burl, but it does not have the contrast that you would see in walnut burl.
And of course, this is all before you stain it, where you can actually change the color quite a bit.
Adjust it, correct. And this is oak burl. It's been used by Bentley and for at least 15 years. Chestnut burl, used by Mercedes in the late 90s and used by Bentley also. Usually small leaves. Wenge. Wenge is a wood that's become popular now. It's used in the Ghost for certain models. Santos rosewood is a bespoke wood that's offered. We've made steering wheels out of this for customers with Phantoms.
Excellent. Now I also see steering wheels over here that have airbags.
Yes.
So in a situation like this, is your charge to take a factory steering wheel that did not have wood and to put wood here?
Correct. This would be a leather wheel, a standard leather wheel. This happens to be an F-150 that we did for LA Auto Show a number of years ago. And it's an unusual wood. It's actually a bespoke wood of a Rolls-Royce, and that's English brown oak. So
all right. Well. Bill, thank you for that. So can we walk around and see what else you've got going on?
Sure.